Hi everyone and welcome back. In today's video we're gonna work on the delete endpoints. That's where we left in the previous video. Now before we continue, we're gonna first install this Vue SweetAlert library. I've already installed it. You can see within my package.json file. Here you can see I have Vue SweetAlert2. You can tap npm install Vue SweetAlert2 and then you're good to go. And then we're gonna move within the main.ts. We're gonna import this library right here. I'm going to do this, yeah, like this. And then we need to add Vue SweetAlert to VueJs instance. I'm gonna use app.use. I'm gonna pass this here, and you can see that we just pass Vue SweetAlert to Vue instance. It means that this component is available within the VueJs application. Now let's move into the helper folder and try to create another file here. And here we're gonna create a file. We're gonna say SweetAlert. And then here we're gonna say that ts. Here we need to import one more thing within the SweetAlert.ts file. We're gonna need here to import that JS file. And if we go on the documentation here, read on the documentation of SweetAlert, you can see we got a bunch of examples. Here you can see we got so many examples right here. Yeah, I've already choose this one. We're gonna go with this second one. Yeah, are you sure you want to delete this? We're gonna work on with this one. I'm gonna cap this one right here and then move to the SweetAlert.ts file. We're gonna create a function confirm deletion, and then here deletion like this. And then we need to return a promise like this. We're gonna return a promise, yeah, and then we just pass it this code right here. And if here we're gonna need first to do this, we just need to import the SweetAlerts from SweetAlerts.js file. Import swal. Here we're gonna import swal from this library. I'm gonna do this in order that this work. Yeah, we just import swal, and then here you can see that we just wrap this code right here within a promise. And we are going to say that if the user click on yes button, the user confirm, we're gonna do deletion. Here we're gonna say resolve, and then we're gonna pass here this, else we're gonna reject an error. We're gonna reject an error like this. Now let's try to call this function right here. You can see we need first to export it, sorry. And then let's move into the post list page. And then here we're gonna create a function. It is going to be an asynchronous function. We're gonna say async function delete post. And then here we need to call also the SweetAlert method. It is a promise of unknown, and here we need to pass it right there. And we are going to use chaining method. Let's pass here function, and if we get into the browser, let's do first console.log delete post and see what we get here. But also I need also to invoke the delete post function on the delete button. Here I need to invoke the function. I'm gonna do here the click, gonna invoke it, and then let's try to see what we get. Refresh the page, and then when I click on delete, you can see we just get a pop-up. And then let's move to the console and see what we get. When I click on delete and click yes, and you can see here we got a message delete post. And if I click on cancel, you can see we got an error, because our promise it is returning an error if the result it is not true. Here you can see if true we return a boolean, and if false we reject an error. And here to catch that error, we're gonna do this. catch that error, and then here we're gonna console the error. But also we need to create an action. It is going to be delete post.ts, and then let's copy what we get here within the delete post.ts action, and then we need to remove all this thing. And here we're gonna say here delete post http. And if we go to the Laravel application here, you can see we got here a destroy method, and this destroy method returns a message. Here we just need to create a return type for this function. Say delete response type, and then it is going to be a message that this is easy. And here we need to pass it right there, and here we need to pass here the delete http verb, because we're gonna hit this endpoint right here. Let me get into the api.php. We need to hit this endpoint right here, and we need to pass it the ID of the post. Here we're gonna pass it the post ID, and it is going to be a number. And here we need to do so. Then here I'm gonna do this slash here. Let me remove this slash. Then I'm gonna pass here the post ID, and then I think everything it is okay. Now we need to call this delete post http function. Here we need to call it in post list page, and here we're gonna do this. We're gonna await it because it is an asynchronous function, and then it is return a data. We're gonna do await, and here you can see we need to pass it a post ID. Let's first import the results of this function. Here, let's see here, if we go first for this button right here, you can see what we call the delete post. Yeah, we need to pass it an ID. Here, I'm gonna pass it an ID. I'm gonna do post.id, and then here, the post.id, we need to specify that is going to be a number right here. Post.id, it is type of number, and this number we're gonna pass it to the delete post http function, and here we're gonna show a message. Let us first import this function delete post. Let's do this. Here we need to import this function. From here we need to do this. Let me copy this, and then here we're gonna do delete. I'm gonna copy this thing right here, delete post, and then we're gonna import it from delete post like this. Yeah, everything is set up, and then here if you over the delete post http function, you can see that we need to pass it an ID, and here we need to call also success message from toast notification.ts file. We need to pass here message data.message. Yeah, I think everything it is okay. Yeah, now let's try to see if we can delete. And if, as you can see here, when we are going to delete a post, we need to call the show post. We need to refresh the table. We're gonna call this function right here. We're gonna call this one here. We're gonna await it, and then like this. Let's try now to delete a post and see what we get in the browser. Here you can see we got a list of posts. Now let's try to delete the post with ID 4. Yeah, when I click on delete, yeah, you can see that it disappeared. Yeah, you can see if I hit again delete, yeah, you can see the ID of the post with ID 2 disappear. And that's where we can use SweetAlert to pop up a message. And then here you can see we just invoke a message. We just invoke this delete post http function to delete data. And that's pretty much it, guys, for this video. I hope you enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe, and I see you in the next video. We're gonna talk about how to upload. We're gonna work on the upload image endpoints. I see you there.